So I got a real quick video for you today checking out this KOORUI 34-inch curved ultra-wide WQHD monitor, gaming monitor, mind you. I've always wanted an ultra-wide gaming monitor, but never had one. They've always been kind of out of my budget, but lately I've been noticing a lot of these ultra-wide curved gaming monitors, larger ones, 34 inches, they've been going down in price on Amazon. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I decided let's check this one out. And I've been fairly impressed. Now, sure, you could probably spend $700-800, get something that is very high quality, crazy quality. I'm not gonna say this is the most amazing quality, but for the price, I have not been disappointed at all. I have been using, like, I'm not gonna mention the brand. If you could look and see on my, desk when I'm showing these in this video, but I have been using a brand that is a little bit more expensive than this KOORUI brand. And I actually am gonna replace my main monitor with this ultra wide 34-inch monitor. I've been really impressed with it. Now I have used KOORUI in the past. I have used them. They sell a lot of budget gaming monitors, and I have been impressed with them. I've done videos on their stuff before, so I've bought their monitors in the past for other projects. So yeah, this one has been pretty cool. So I'll just go over the specs real quick. So it does support up to 165 hertz if you're using DisplayPort. It is resolution's 3440 by 1440. Now the curvature's 1,000 radius, which is fairly aggressive. Previously, curved monitors weren't going that aggressive, and I've had smaller curved monitors, not ultra wide ones, but smaller. They weren't that aggressive. With 1,000 radius curved monitors, it's nice for your field of vision and peripheral vision being filled. It's good for, less eye strain and whatnot. And it just kind of helps with reducing the need for your eyes to, refocus around the screen. And it's more immersive for like certain types of games and whatnot. And it helps with productivity and stuff like that. That's one reason I like it. I use a multiple monitor setup. So with this, it kind of even adds more to it. It feels like I'm using more than 3 monitors. Feels like I have 4 monitors side by side. I do have a little prompter, which can be used as another monitor. I don't really count that, but yeah, with this ultra wide, it feels like 2 monitors in one. So that's pretty nice. Now, with that 21:9 aspect ratio, you do have to make sure if you're setting up with multiple monitors. I'll show, you got to set up, because some people did ask me when I kind of showed this off the other day. If you're using Windows, you do have to go into display settings and set up your monitors, how they, are arranged on your desk to make sure everything's kind of set up right. Make sure if I usually have my middle monitor set as the main display, that kind of thing, and just check your resolutions, your refresh rates. Like, I don't use the same monitors. Like, actually, the 2 monitors on my sides are not the same specs. Like, they're not even the same refresh rates. So I just double check everything, because sometimes Windows gets a little funky when you're setting up multiple monitors. But yeah, you just go through, get everything set up through, display settings, good to go. But back to this monitor, 34 inches. It's equipped with a DCI P3 95% wide color gamut, 125% sRGB. We have 400 nits brightness, and they do say it's certified for HDR 400. So you do have access to that. 16.7 million colors, 4001 contrast ratio, and we have HDMI 2.0. So, with that, you have that 100 hertz, 120 hertz refresh rate. With DisplayPort, like I said, DisplayPort, you can get up to 165 hertz. So keep that in mind if you're using HDMI and you're like, hey, how come I can't use 165 hertz? It'll give you that option in Windows, but it won't allow it because you have to use DisplayPort. So keep that in mind. You also have FreeSync and G-Sync support. So pretty cool. 1 millisecond response time is what they say. It does seem very responsive. You do have some nice little tilt to this monitor. Can be tilted 5 to 20%, swivel 15%, and you do have some height adjustments up to 110 millimeters. So very cool. Now you do have like picture-in-picture, picture-by-picture modes, so you have access to that. It does help with like productivity and stuff like that. You can have a couple of things going on side by side, so that's very cool. Using this for gaming and productivity, it like not even keeping in mind my extra monitors, just using this, having like two things up at once, just because it's ultra wide, I could actually be working on multiple things at once. I used to always just have one monitor. When I switched to two monitors, that was like game changing. This was some years ago. I could never go back to one monitor. If I'm on a laptop and I'm trying to work, it's like I don't know, it's soul crushing. It's like I need another monitor. I can't work with one monitor on a PC anymore. It just doesn't work. I have to have at least two. But with this ultra wide, I was trying to do some editing. I kind of exaggerated it in this video to just demonstrate, but I was doing some work on it and I wasn't even paying attention to my other monitors. So having like this ultra wide, you have so much screen area that you have a couple things going on and be working. So I did like that. Like it just kind of helps. Feels like two monitors in one. As far as operating this thing, getting into the settings, there is just one button, one little joystick button for power, and then it just kind of presses up and left and right and whatnot and down. It's just a little joystick to select the items in the menu to go through and make adjustments to color, brightness, different game modes and different color settings, stuff like that. So very easily accessible on the right side of the monitor if you're facing it. So I did like that. No complex like buttons all over the place like some other monitors I've used. So yeah, overall, I use this for a little bit of productivity and some gaming. I played Doom Dark Ages, and yeah, it just feels a little bit more immersive having that curved screen. You got to make sure if you're playing a game that's not immediately set up for 21:9 aspect ratio and that resolution, just go in settings, make sure you know it can be set to that. If not, it is what it is. You don't have to set it to the full aspect ratio of the screen. You can just kind of box it in if you want. For any numerous reason, keep that in mind. You don't have to use the whole surface area of the screen while gaming, but certain games it may be kind of nice, like racing games, first person shooters. It does feel a little bit more immersive. So I've been using this for a couple weeks now, haven't had any issues. So just wanted to share it with you guys. If you're interested, there will be a link down below. Take a look. Thanks for watching. Bye.